becomes interesting. When people say, "I heard more detail at night," they may not be imagining it, but the detail was probably already in the recording. The difference is that the room stopped masking it. Think of it like looking at stars. The stars do not become brighter when you leave the city. The sky becomes darker. That is what happens with music. A quieter acoustic background gives the small signals more contrast. Reverb tails become easier to hear. The space around a voice becomes clearer. Bass notes may seem better shaped because they are no longer fighting with household rumble. The stereo image may feel more precise because your attention is not constantly being pulled away. This is why late night listening can feel so intimate. You are not necessarily hearing a different hi-fi. You may be hearing your existing hi-fi under better conditions. Now we come to the number one idea that divides audiophiles. Electricity. Some listeners are convinced their system sounds better late at night because the main supply is cleaner. The argument is that during the day, more appliances, chargers, industrial equipment, office lighting, and switching power supplies are active, and this can put noise back into the electrical environment. At night, the load may reduce. Voltage may become more stable. Some electrical noise may fall. Is that possible? Yes. Is it always the main reason? No, and this is where we need to be careful. For some systems, in some houses, in some areas, electrical noise may be part of the explanation, especially with sensitive digital equipment, grounding issues, poor power supplies, or lots of household electronics nearby too. The sensible position is this: mains quality may contribute, but before spending money, first check the obvious things: room noise, household appliances, lighting, Wi-Fi routers, chargers, dimmers, fans, fridges, heating systems. Sometimes the mystery is not in the national grid, it is buzzing quietly in the corner of your own room. To talk about the most neglected part of the hi-fi chain. At night, you are often in a different state. The day is over, the phone may be down, the room is darker, there are fewer demands on your attention. You're not half listening while checking emails, making tea, or thinking about the next job. This matters. Listening is not just sound entering the ear, it is attention, memory, expectation, pattern recognition, and emotion. Your brain is constantly deciding what to focus on and what to ignore. During the day, your brain is doing a lot of work. At night, when the visual field is calmer and the acoustic background is quieter, more of your attention can go into the music. That does not mean the improvement is imaginary, it means perception is part of the listening system. A relaxed listener in a quiet room may hear more than a distracted listener in a noisy one. Same speakers, same amplifier, same track, different conditions, different experience. There is another twist. Many people listen more quietly at night. Normally, lower volume can make music feel thinner because our hearing is less sensitive to very low bass and very high treble at reduced levels. But if the room is much quieter, you may not need high volume to hear into the recording. So late at night, the music can feel more detailed without being louder. That is one of the reasons the experience can feel so refined. You are not blasting through the room noise, you are listening into silence, and that is a completely different kind of listening. Scientists describe the theory of equal loudness contours. These describe how human hearing sensitivity changes with listening levy. So here is the practical experiment. Try this, measure it. Use a simple sound level app on your phone. Take readings from your listening position, one during the day, one late at night, maybe one early evening. Do not worry if the app is not perfectly calibrated. The absolute number may not be exact. What matters is the difference between readings in the same place, using the same phone. Then write down what you hear. Does the stereo image seem more stable? Does the bass seem cleaner? Are vocals easier to follow? Do reverb tails last longer? Does the system seem less harsh? Then compare that with the room noise reading. The real value of this is not just explaining why night listening feels special, it is learning how to bring some of that quality into daytime listening. Start by finding the noise sources. Turn off the fridge briefly, if safe and practical. Listen for heating systems. Check laptop fans. Move chargers away from sensitive audio equipment. Avoid noisy dimmer switches. Close doors. Try heavier curtains. Listen with fewer screens glowing in front of you. And most importantly, create a deliberate listening condition. Lower the lights. Put the phone out of reach. Sit properly between the speakers. Remember the stars. Expect the detail to be clearer and the background to be blacker. Relax into just one favorite track, not 10 tracks while scrolling. One track properly, because sometimes the best upgrade is not a new component. It is removing the things that stop you hearing the component you already own. So does your hi-fi really sound better at night? My answer is yes, but not in the simplistic way people sometimes claim. It is not just magic electricity. It is not just imagination. It is probably a combination of lower background noise, fewer distractions, possibly cleaner electrical conditions in some homes, subtle environmental changes, lower listening levels, and a more receptive listener. That is what makes this so fascinating. Relax into your music. The system may be the same, but the listening situation is not, and in hi-fi the situation matters. So tonight, try the experiment. Measure the room, listen to one familiar track, then do the same tomorrow in the daytime. You may discover that your system has not been changing at all. You may simply have been hearing it at its best. And if you do try it, put your daytime and nighttime readings in the comments. I would genuinely like to know whether your room has a golden hour and what your noise floor measures. Please comment. Thank you from the Yorkshire Audiophile. Hope to see you again soon.